How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to be breaking down who's hot, who's not, the playoffs, and who are the favorites to win the Gallagher Premiership. So before I continue, please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and I just want to be providing you guys with the best content possible. So without further ado, let's break it down. Now, in terms of fixtures, we are going to be seeing some heavy fixtures. We are going to be having to wait 2 weeks though for us to get this. It's going to be played Saturday 31st of May. All of the games are going to be played 5 minutes past 3 UK time, and we're going to be seeing Bristol versus the Harlequins, Sale versus Exeter, Gloucester, Northampton, Leicester, Newcastle, and then Saracens, Bath. And this is going to be opening up because Gloucester and Saracens have every chance of taking that 4th spot away from Bristol. Right, Bristol haven't exactly been in the best of form lately. Harlequins are a very tricky side to beat, and yes, Bristol are going to be playing at home, but the Harlequins are still very much an attacking side that you do not want to get complacent with, because they will happily hurt you and still put a bonus point past you. So a lot of it is going to be lying on Bristol's ability to take through to take on Harlequins. Now we look at the form that Bristol's been in. So they've lost 41-27 to Sale. They beat Bath 36-14, but then they are on a streak of losses. 48-31 loss to the Saints, 36-19 loss to Leicester, and then a big loss of 53-28 to Gloucester. And that has left them in a very bad position, because A, they're coming off on horrible form. Second, they are also in a fight for the playoffs, because yes, the Saracens, they didn't just ended up losing to the Saints. They do have Bath though, and having Bath is pretty much a death sentence, and so that has just made the final week for the Saracens just that much harder, and it's made it just that much harder for them to be able to get into that playoffs. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. We did see Bristol beat Bath, so they are beatable. But it depends on what kind of side is going to come out for the Saracens. Are they going to have the same performance like they had up against up against the Saints? In which case, they are going to get their backsides whipped. But they put in a strong performance. They have a whole bunch of Lions. They got a whole bunch of international players at their disposal. Can they do it? Yes. Can they stop Bath though? Different story. So it's going to be interesting to see how they end up, running. But the Saracens have every single chance of coming away with a win. And if they do get a win, that would leave them on just a straight win. That would leave them on 55 points. I believe that would leave them on 55 points. And then it would also leave, let me check this out just to make sure. So yes, the Saracens and Gloucester are both sitting on 51 points at the moment. So if Sale are to lose, for whatever reason, Sale lose, and Bristol lose, we could potentially see Gloucester and the Saracens jump up to 3rd and 4th place respectively, right? Because that would leave Gloucester and the Saracens on 55 points on a basic win, not taking into consideration a bonus point. But if Sale happen to lose but still get themselves a losing bonus point, they could still see themselves in the playoffs, quite easily. So there's a lot of options here. There's a lot of possibilities that could happen. It's going to come down to the day who's going to be playing, because honestly, Gloucester are going to be having an uphill battle up against the Saints, because the Saints are coming away, well, hopefully they'll be coming away with a win up against Bordeaux in the Champions Cup final, and that would just have them coming in, major confidence, big boost. They are going to be destroying people left, right, and center, and coming in with that kind of confidence, I would see a big Saints win. But anything can happen. Gloucester are still a very strong team, and if they happen to get a bonus point as well, that could leave them tied with Leicester on 56 points, if, again, Leicester are to lose. So there's a lot of different possibilities, and we are seeing, Harlequins pretty much out. But now it's just going to come down to the bottom end teams going up against the the big teams, and hopefully putting in a strong performance. So it is everything to play for here. Gloucester are going to be playing for that playoff position. The Sarries are going to be playing for those playoff positions, right? But the issue now is form, right? Because Bristol are coming off of a horrible form. Out of the last 5 games, they won once, which was up against Bath, funny enough. But otherwise, they have been losing. They had a big loss to the Saints as well. And then we have a team like the Falcons. Newcastle have just been absolutely horrible. But who knows? Newcastle are on a 5 loss streak, but that might be the day that they end up saying enough is enough, and put some points past Leicester and get through a win. Anything's possible. However unlikely, it is possible. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see. Can Bath continue on their absolute form, destroy Saracens, and ultimately destroy their hopes of reaching the playoffs? Or could we see a resurgent Gloucester and Saracens come through with big wins and potentially find themselves in 3rd and 4th place? So it's going to be interesting to see. I want to know who you are supporting, who's your team, and what do you think the results are going to be? Because honestly, the way I'm seeing it here is, I think we are going to be seeing Gloucester or the Saints, Gloucester or Saracens. I don't know who to pick because both of them are coming up against major teams. But we're looking at the sides. I don't know. It is such a difficult call. Because I still see, I feel we are still going to see the same 1 to 4. So I think we are still going to see Bath, Leicester, Sale, and then Bristol. I think there are going to be big wins. I can't see the Saracens beating Bath. I can't see Gloucester beating the Saints. But if the Saints lose the Champions Cup, I think that will be a tipping point, and Gloucester could definitely take it. So I think Gloucester's likelihood is really going to come down to the chances that the Saints lose the Champions Cup and go in with their heads low, because then that means they would literally have nothing to play for. And then that would be with Gloucester going in with everything to win, a potential playoff spot in their minds. And yeah, that could be a game changer. But if the Saints win the Champions Cup, I see a Gloucester to lose, and then Bath, I just feel that they are going to end up beating the Saracens. So let me know what your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.